Hey YouTubers, Raven here.
Starfire.
And tonight we're talking about Wynonna Earp.
Yeah, it is season 4, episode 9. Crazy. This was a crazy episode.
Yeah, not just because the guy went crazy. What do you call himself? Kuru?
Kuru.
You know what that just reminds me of?
What?
Marakuru. So every time they mentioned Kuru, I was just like, the drug from Arrow? Like, yeah.
I was thinking, because, like, isn't it supposed to be the same as mad cow disease?
Kuru is the version that happens in humans.
Ku is cow in German. So it was making me think of that.
Yeah. I mean, they made a comparison to mad cow disease in the episode.
Yeah.
So it's like mad cow disease. Yeah. Okay. But yeah, I mean, this episode was kind of like,
I mean, they did address a little bit of the stuff from the first half when, you know, Nicole did what she had to save Waverly. But mostly it was just kind of random.
Mm-hmm.
And
I did like that Nicole and Doc talked about what happened.
I liked that too.
And I liked her reasoning, you know, like, I mean, it's an excuse all the same, you know, but, you know, like, we wouldn't have let that happen, you know, we would have kept fighting for you.
Right.
You know, but I knew that whatever was coming, you could handle it.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, and that's true. Whatever was coming, they would have all handled it together. He would have handled it. But she had no way of knowing what was going on.
Right.
In
she
Eden,
had to be sure.
And had to make sure that Waverly was okay.
Right.
So, I mean, it does make sense in that aspect of it. So.
And the trivia thing was funny.
It was, until it was not.
Yeah.
That got old.
It did get old, yeah.
A little too quick. I mean, it was funny, but...
It was funny at first.
I think the funniest moment was when Doc was wrong.
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, I was there. I know what he had.
Was like, how was he there?
and was this Jeremy?
Yeah.
Just turned around and was like, keep up.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, I don't know. It almost annoyed me in a sense.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I was almost just annoyed by the episode.
Oh, yeah. I was
and just wanted to just be done.
Yeah. No. I was done with it. Like, I mean, I was basically done with it when the dude was a werewolf at the very beginning.
Yeah, at least she didn't sleep with him.
Right? I was full on, like, of course they're doing werewolves. Why not just go full-blown fucking Twilight? If there's a hot werewolf and she sleeps with him, I'm done. That's what I said. Almost verbatim.
I prefer werewolves to vampires in terms of the creature, not necessarily wanting to see it all the time, but, like, if I had to choose, I would choose a werewolf over a vampire.
I would also choose the living over the dead. Yeah, I mean...
I just think vampires is done way too much.
Yeah, but that's because of our fascination with death.
True. But I don't give a f*** about Twilight.
Hell no.
Twilight can just go away, as far as I'm concerned.
Yes. It's not very
There's nothing good about it. There's nothing original about it.
No.
And it should not be as popular as it is. Exactly. If you want to be into something related to vampires, watch freaking Buffy and Angel.
Read the Vampire Academy.
Read Vampire Academy. Watch the Vampire Diaries. I don't care.
Just don't watch the Vampire Academy movie.
Like, don't be into Twilight.
Yeah.
It is terrible.
It sucks.
There are far better movies and TV shows about vampires than that.
And books.
And books.
Vampire Academy doesn't have werewolves. There's no triangle there with that. But yeah, like, really?
I don't know. It just pisses me off.
Mm-hmm. Like, I can't.
I mean, I like Taylor Lautner better than Robert Pattinson.
Right. Especially shirtless.
But I could care less about Twilight.
Yeah. So, at least she didn't sleep with a werewolf.
I don't know. I think, for me, what really kind of got me to like that, like the werewolf stuff, was American Werewolf in London, because I love the way that that they did the transformation in that movie.
Oh, yeah.
It is so realistic and so well done that I just thought that it was, like, really, really interesting. And, yeah, so. I mean, there is some vampire stuff that I'm okay with and that I like, you know, and how it's used in whatever context it is in the show or movie that it's in.
I like what they're doing on Wynonna with vampires.
Yeah. And, like, Buffy and Angel and, you know, Supernatural and stuff like that. But when it comes to, like, Twilight and, like, Vampire Diaries and stuff like that, I don't care.
No.
So.
Yeah, no. Just, no. But, I mean, yeah, it's just, I don't know. This episode, like, there was nothing to it at all.
There wasn't. And it makes me kind of annoyed, too, because there's 3 episodes left.
Yeah.
Like, it looks like next week they're kind of going more towards, you know, talking about the stuff that's actually essential to the plot this season. But
there's only 3 episodes left.
But we've had 2 episodes that are random as shit.
Not that the rest of the season was any better.
And if this is the final season, then I don't know how I feel about it. Yeah.
Like, I don't.
So, I'm just almost disappointed by how these last 2 episodes have been.
Yeah.
I feel like the first half of the season was so much better than this.
It was.
And, like, I know that Wynonna has its own type of vibe and its own type of, you know, style and crazy to it, you know, but literally, there was, like, literally no plot to this episode.
Yeah.
It was just so random. And I'm okay with a certain amount of filler.
But when it's a short season.
But the season is only 12 episodes. That means that you're not going to have as many episodes of filler. That's why writers like shorter seasons, because they can just tell the story they want to tell within that frame amount of episodes that they have, and they don't have to have that many extra episodes in there that have nothing to do with the plot.
Yeah.
It's okay to have those fun episodes once in a while, but don't make that something that happens all the time.
Especially back to back.
Especially in a show that is so complex and has so much going on in it. Like Wynonna does.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's fine when you have filler in, like, comedy shows, like half-hour shows, because, you know, you can throw in things that go with what's happening.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but if it's a shorter season, and a lot of shows are doing that, most of them don't have filler. They just tell the story within the 10 episodes or the 13 episodes or whatever it is. And they did a good job with that in the earlier seasons.
Yeah.
In 1 through 3. But I feel like right now they're just kind of, like, being random because they can. I don't know. It's just, I was just really disappointed.
I was looking forward to the back half of the season, and now I'm wishing it never came.
Yeah, like, I'm just really, really, like, disappointed, and it was very lackluster and just super random and annoying, and I,
Yeah. Like,
I don't really know how to feel about it.
why did they want Doc originally? We'll probably never know, because I don't think the girl ever found out. Just Ma knew about it. Like,
Yeah.
so we'll never find out why they wanted Doc, unless it was just petty revenge, which is stupid.
Well, I hope they address it, but I don't know if they will
then
at this point.
Eve is still out there, and the fog.
And we have 3 episodes. They're not going to be able to deal with all this in 3 episodes unless they cram everything in.
And the wedding.
And the wedding. You promised us a wedding. We better get a wedding. At least give us that. If you don't give us everything else, at least give us the Way Hot wedding.
Mm-hmm. I swear, if it ends, like, as they're walking, they don't even get to say I do. They better at least, like...
Because, like, we need to physically see them at an altar, saying their vows to each other, kissing, and officially becoming wife and wife.
Yes.
Like, otherwise, what's been the whole point of the damn show?
Mm-hmm.
Because Way Hot is the show.
It is.
Essentially. Yes, the show is about Wynonna Earp, but the show wouldn't be what it is without Way Hot.
Exactly. Way Hot brought the fans.
So, if you want to keep your fan base, then you give us Way Hot.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, it's going to be a Veronica Mars situation up in here, and I am not here for that.
No one will buy the DVD releases of the entire box set. Let's just say that. Like, that's not going to happen.
Like, I'm not saying it's going to get to that level, but literally, if it did, I am not here for that.
Exactly.
I did not invest my time. I did not do these reviews for no reason.
Yeah.
So give us Way Hot, or we riot.
Exactly. Like, we better get the I now pronounce you wife and wife before it ends.
Yeah.
Like, we need that.
If it happens in the final episode, that's fine. But it needs to happen before the season is over. Because if we don't get another season, and Way Hot doesn't get married, then it's all been for nothing.
Exactly. Like, I don't care if it's slowly fading to black as you hear the person officiating the wedding.
Yeah, pastor, but
it doesn't have to be a pastor.
Officiant.
Yes.
Of the wedding.
If you hear them, like, I don't care if it's fading to black.
Or you just hear them say it in the background.
I now pronounce you wife and wife.
It just needs to happen.
Yeah. I mean, we need to see them in their
They've been setting it up all season. Mm-hmm. We've been waiting for it. She didn't go as long as she did without Waverly for them not to have this. Mm-hmm. They need to have that moment.
Yeah.
They need to be happy.
We need that moment.
After everything that has happened. Mm-hmm. Like, we can't not have it.
Yeah. And we need to make sure, like, we need the wedding.
And we need to at least make sure that Wynonna and Doc are okay.
Yes.
They don't have to get back together.
No.
But they need to be okay They need to be okay. They need to forgive or make up or something.
Yeah.
I don't care if they get back together, but it just needs to not be awkward with them anymore.
Yeah, they need to be able to stay in the same room with each other.
Something needs to be done to where either she can move on from it, he can move on from it, and they can forgive.
Mm-hmm. I mean, did you see how fast Doc realized what was going on and he wanted to get his ass out of there and get to her? Like, he's still head over fangs for her.
Of course, like, they both are. It's just that
she's all fluffing her hair on her way out.
She's too stubborn to admit that what she did was wrong.
And he's too stubborn to admit that what she did was okay.
Yeah.
They're both wrong and they're both right.
Right.
Like, can we not just agree to disagree?
Yeah. Because, like I said, if we literally only have this season left and 3 episodes left, and you're just going to leave us hanging
Mhm.
with them, you know, set it up as, you mean, it can be an open ending, that's fine, but set it up as at least some of those things are tied up because you don't know if you're going to get another season or not.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, this only happened because of the fans.
Mm-hmm. Like, so we're not going to touch on Eve at all, which was introduced in the first half of the season. Yeah.
Yeah.
And all we're going to deal with is her new royal bitchness and her invisible puppy.
Yeah. I mean, sometimes I almost wish that, like, they wouldn't do stories unless they know for sure that they're going to have more time to tell them.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, don't set up a story in a season if you don't know if you're going to get another season.
Yep.
If you've been renewed and you're prepared and you know that, like, you can tell more and you have more time, then do that. Don't set something up and then not follow through.
Mm-hmm.
And I know that it's not necessarily the writers or creators' fault if it doesn't get another season. It's the network and it's all of that stuff. But I don't know. It's just like, don't give us all this stuff that we're expecting to see something follow through with and then not get it.
Yeah.
Because, like, there's so many times where shows are so good and they have so much potential and such good story, and then it doesn't get to be told because it gets canceled.
Yep.
And, yeah, it's just, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, like, that whole interesting plot line with Eve,
Like, they literally don't have time to have random-ass episodes like this. They do not have time.
No.
You only have 12 episodes to tell your story in.
Yeah.
The first 6 episodes did that. But this last half has not.
Mm-hmm. You have 2 different stories that you needed to tell. You had 6 episodes to tell it.
If you want random-ass episodes, have a longer season than 12 episodes.
Mm-hmm.
Because you don't have time to tell this story in 12 episodes if you're giving us random stuff in between that has nothing to do with the story that you're trying to tell.
Yeah. I understand that they're maybe trying to go for a Wynonna spiral here, but I don't see a... Okay.
Well, then have her spiral, but still have stuff related to the plot within those episodes. These literally have not had anything related to that.
No. I mean, the only thing that happened about her whole, like, spiral is that Waverly had a conversation, like, about, like, maybe, like, she's changing and she's spiraling a little bit because of what happened when she shot the guy.
Like, go deeper into it. Don't just give us surface level stuff.
And then she turns around and shoots the genie. That's not proof. That's her doing the right thing. I mean, I was sort of kind of conflicted about that.
Yeah.
But, like, if she was right
and
all of her past masters, like, went down a similar route,
right,
then bitch needed to be put down.
Yeah.
And I totally support her
for,
like, she didn't know what the issue was, but she knew that all the past masters obviously dead. This bitch is the only person that has been the singular, like, thing that followed through everything.
Yeah.
Kill her.
I just feel like we need to see more of, like, her development. Like, not development, but, like, her struggling with that spiral. Her struggling with that angst and that stuff that's going on between her and Doc.
Yeah.
Like, I know she's getting advice from other people. I know she's talking about it. I know she's giving her side of the story. But, like, I don't know. I feel like we're just lacking so much of that.
There's, like, no story to anything.
I want to see that side. I want to see her going through that struggle of she knows that what she did wasn't necessarily okay, and understanding why Doc has a problem with it, and then learning to forgive herself for that, and forgive him for that, and find a way to move on.
Mm-hmm.
And we're not seeing that. We're just seeing her being random and crazy and going around sleeping with people. Like, I know that that's what she does, but I want to see more. I want to see something deeper and more personal. It's about her.
She's the title
She's
character.
She's the main character.
Like, I love Way Hot, but it should not be all about them.
Like, I don't know. I'm frustrated.
Mm-hmm.
Because, like, we deserve more. And we're not getting that.
Nope. I mean, if you look at the past 2 episodes, the main character and the plot has been driven by Way Hot.
Yeah.
The main character was Way Hot itself, and...
Yeah. And it frustrates me, too, because it's such a good show, and it doesn't deserve to be treated the way that it is.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, if you want to tell random-ass episodes, that's fine, but you need to have, like, a 16, 18, or 22 episode long season if you're going to do that.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you only have 12 episodes, you literally can only tell the story. You can't have a lot of random stuff just thrown in there that doesn't have anything to do with it.
Yeah. Like that little angel trick last episode, that would have been cool if it was like before we knew she was an angel and it was a hint at the future.
Yeah.
This was just shit we already knew.
Right. It's almost like they're just like having fun and just like throwing random stuff in there as like fan service. Like, I don't know, why are they doing it? Because like,
why can't you keep up with how good the first half of the season was? I don't know.
I'm just really, really, really disappointed.
Yeah.
And I hope that the last 3 episodes are better.
Well, next week's looks really good.
Yeah. So as long as they have Way Hawk get married and have Wynonna and Doc make up, things will be fine.
Yeah.
Because they're not going to be able to tell all of the stuff that they set up in the first half in 3 episodes.
Nope.
So as long as they give us those 2 things, I'll be fine with it.
Mm-hmm.
I might not be really happy with it, but I'll deal with it.
Yeah.
So.
Finish one of the storylines and give us the 2 relationship things that we asked for, and we're good.
I mean, you know, I hope that it gets another season. I would like for it to,
Mm-hmm.
but we don't know what its fate's going to be.
Exactly.
And neither do the cast members, and neither does the writers or the creators.
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't know. I feel like I'm just repeating myself, but like,
yeah. So, anyways, until next week.
Yeah.
Always
Never stop fighting for your family.